Today we're going to be making thick bone-in ribeye pork chops on our smoker. Alright, we'll kick on our smoker. Alright, we'll get this guy turned up to 300 degrees. We'll just wait for this to warm up. While we're waiting for the grill to come up to temperature, I just want to show you these. These are pork loin ribeye chops. They're good size. Let me pull them out of the package here, and you can see they're a good inch to inch and a half thick, which is exactly what we want for a good grilled pork chop. Look at the size of those guys. We're just gonna get these and set them right out here so they can begin to get a little bit closer to room temperature. Now I'm gonna do these with two different types of seasoning. The beauty of pork chops are you can really do these fairly simple. Salt, pepper, garlic is always, always, always a good meat rub or seasoning. I've got a little bit of that right here. This also has a little bit of cumin in it as well. I also have this, this hot pork barbecue rub. We're gonna do that on one of them and we're gonna do this on the other. So let's go ahead and open these guys up and just get started. Now, because these are thick, I'm gonna put this on liberally. I'm not gonna say thick, but I'll say liberally. Just gonna flip it over. I'm gonna do both sides. Now you might wonder, what's the best way to get this side edges? Certainly you can turn it up on its end and, you know, sprinkle some on there. That's one way to do it. The other is put some down on the actual surface and then dip it right down in there. That works really, really well also. There we go. That doesn't get this bone side, so we'll sprinkle it on there. So there's our standard salt, pepper, garlic, and cumin. And now we're going to go in with some of this Killer Hog hot barbecue rub. This ought to be really good on here as well. All right, I just got an edge here. Do some on this side. It's a little difficult to roll into this. Yeah, it's good coverage like that. And now we'll do it on the bottom side. Now, I'm just going to let these sit for a little while. I like to get my rub, whatever I'm going to use, on the meat and begin to let it rest for anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes at about room temperature. I know we all think, oh, that's not good for meat. It's fine. It's about to get put on the grill. It's just a matter of getting it from the refrigerator temperature out to something a little closer to room temperature. So while this comes up to temp, we'll be back here in about 10 minutes. This will have formed in and created a bit of a, I always call it a bark just because I'm a barbecue guy, but it'll look sort of damp or like mud. That's when you know that the moisture has pulled up out of the meat and really adhered that seasoning to it. It's beginning to pull it back into it. See you here in a minute. All right, the grill is now up to 300 degrees. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put these on. I'm gonna set them on the middle rack and we're gonna cook them till they're about 142 degrees. We wanna bring them up to about 145. That's kind of medium for pork, but I wanna test them for the probe in the center of them because I definitely wanna make sure they go in the center. These are thicker cuts, as you can imagine. So let's go ahead and get these guys in the grill. As you can see, we have our two different, our spicy and our regular here. So let's just go ahead and get this guy popped right up here on this middle rack. And we'll do the same with this one. Close this down, let them get to the temperature. Now these guys will probably only take somewhere between 8 and 12 minutes or so. That's my guess, but we'll continue to come out here and check them. And I've got my little instant read probe, and I'm going to use that on these particular items. You've seen me do other videos where I have sort of some wireless remote probes, and those work great when you're doing a low and slow cook. But when you have something that's like a steak, you don't want something that's much thicker from a whole perspective across the middle of that particular meat. So I end up liking to do the probe, and these instant read ones are quick. I can open the grill, poke this in about 2 seconds, it'll give you that temperature internally. So we'll definitely be using that little guy. By the way, they're cheap. Pick one of these things up on Amazon. If I remember, I'll put a link down in the description, but they're like, I don't know, 8 to 12 bucks. It is the most used item I have in my kitchen for grilling. It really is. I'll tell you what's kicked up my game using these things. We'll do steaks for the family, and I'll ask everybody, how do you want yours? And I get, you know, a couple of medium rares, a medium, one person medium well. But this thing, as I'm going, just poking through them, I'm taking them off and I'm laying them out on my tray with just the right amount of doneness. You sort of be a short order cook and really make steaks to order for folks. right, these guys have been on for about 10 minutes or so. Let's open it up, we'll probe the temperature, and we'll flip them over. I'll show you what it looks like. Should have done this with the other direction here. About 113 in that one. I'm saying 120. Let's see if we go up a little higher, if it's still that much. Yeah, 120 in that one. Let's get these guys flipped over. Yeah, that's good. Look at that. That looks good. Nice and tender. Almost to the temperature we want. 115. We'll let these guys go in here for a little bit. So my guess is those probably have another 4, maybe 6 minutes. I'm doing them nice and slow because that rack is up pretty high. But it is the dead of winter here. It is early in January, and that means that like it's cold enough to want a hot cup of coffee. Now, depending on where you're watching from this from, it's also cold enough that I'm still in shorts and a short sleeve shirt, but it feels chilly. Alexa, what's the temperature outside? Alexa, what's the temperature outside? 58 degrees Fahrenheit. That's winter in southern Florida. See you back here in 4 minutes. All right, let's zoom in. We'll take another look. I think they're up to temperature. They're about 142. 137, 140. 138.4. 149 right there. 142. So closer to the bone, it's a little bit cooler, but that's all right. We're above our temperature we need to be. Okay, we'll leave these go for just another minute before we pull them off of there. All right, it's been just another minute or so. We've got our little plate here with some silverware. Let's go ahead and pull this out. We're gonna drop it right here on the cutting board, which, you know, again, this winter, this thing feels cold to me. And it's 58 degrees or so. Let's pull those out. We'll put them right on here. Over here. Yeah, right here. Hey, do me a favor. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more like it, subscribe to the channel and click on that little bell notification so you get notified of new videos. Thanks. Look at that. Those look amazing. Man, let's take a look at this. Look at that. That looks absolutely amazing. I don't know if you see the juice just falling off of there too. Whew, looks good. Let's get just a couple of quick slices off of this guy as well. I cannot get over how juicy that is. We have our killer hog style right here, and we've got our standard salt, pepper, garlic right there. This looks absolutely amazing. I'm going to start with the one over here, which is the salt, pepper, garlic. I mean, I don't think I need this knife. I could probably just do this with a fork. Wow. Wow. That is so tender. The flavor's amazing. And we've got our killer hog with the hot spice seasoning on it. It's really hard to pick a favorite. First of all, I gotta tell you, from now on, I'm buying pork chops this way. I have not had a pork chop this flavorful since I ordered it in a restaurant. This is amazing. And sure, it took a little while we were cooking it, but we were getting that temperature just right. But the flavor is absolutely stunning, and it's so tender. I mean, I don't know if you can see this. The juice is just running out of that. Man, oh man, is that perfect. Well, I hope you guys try this recipe. This was absolutely delicious. A great way to cook pork chops. Again, thick cut ribeye pork chops. That's what they were. Absolutely amazing. All right, safe and happy grilling, y'all. Bye now.